bote de basura.
Cubo de basura. French sounds like avocado.
That's the next word, guys. I was like, that's so different.
In Italian, destino della spazzatura.
The whole tent is to say garbage.
It's just
French.
Yeah, maybe French.
I don't know. It feels like we always say it's French, but when we listen to each other, we have a lot of similarities.
French and Portuguese.
I would say Portuguese for me. French is easier for me.
I will say French because your pronunciation, like.
The pronunciation, yeah, I agree.
I think if we read French, yes, it's easy. It's very similar, but listening to it, I think it's harder for non-speakers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think we learn more French than we learn more Portuguese in general. Maybe the words are a little bit more familiar in French than in Portuguese.
Yeah, we don't have cartoons in Portuguese. French is like.
In American schools, they offer Spanish or French, so we hear it a lot. But even between those two, I think French is a bit more difficult than Spanish. Spanish has a lot of similar words and stuff like that. I haven't heard enough Portuguese to know, but I'm assuming Italian's pretty similar to Spanish as well from an English speaker standpoint, so.
It is.
Yeah.
The most different thing about our language is the use of vocabulary.
The slang.
Yeah, the slang. But not even the slang, like.
Your boss. I know so boss.
Me too.
We use different words.
The S and C sound.
Yeah, you have difference. We are like more.
Yeah, mine is like more strong. Cereza.
Cereza.
More like cute.
Thank you.
So in English, we say lawyer.
In Italian, we say avocado.
In French, we say avocat.
In Portuguese, we say advogado.
And in Mexico, español, abogado.
In Spanish from Spain, we say abogado. But the French sounds like avocado.
Sounds like avocado. The Italian.
Yeah, avocado.
I thought you said the word wrong. I was like, are we on the next word? I was like, that's so different.
Abogado.
Abogado.
I think it's quite similar, right?
The H.
Yeah, she has more the H sound, and you pronounce more the G.
We're like, do we? Oh, yeah, it's avocado. Yeah.
In English, it's avocado.
In Italian, is avocado.
In French, it's avocat.
In Portuguese, is abacate.
And Spanish from Mexico is aguacate.
In Spanish from Spain is aguacate.
I just thought it was so different. Spanish and Mexican.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I heard that it's very similar. Aguacate.
Aguacate.
Oh, maybe it's just me.
No, I think hers may be softer. You don't pronounce the G sound.
Oh, is it a G?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Water with aguacate. Aguacate.
Agua, but she doesn't pronounce the G.
I thought they said the wrong word when I was like lawyer, and then they went right away. I'm like, that's the next word, guys.
In French, it's exactly the same word. Same writing, same pronunciation. There is no difference. It's avocat.
Also in Italian, it's the same.
Oh.
How do you guys distinguish it then?
Context, the avocado won't defend you in front of a court.
Maybe it's in LA.
Someone could ask if you have an avocado. Which one? In English, we say corn.
So in Italian, is mais for the grains and panocchia for the whole thing.
In French, it's maíz.
In Portuguese, there's two ways of saying milho, or if you want to say the whole thing, espiga de milho.
In Spanish from Mexico, we have different ways. You can say elote. In the north, you can say mazorca, the whole, or you can say maíz.
In Spain, for the long one, we say mazorca or panocha. But panocha, maybe it has a little like dirty connotation. In Italian too. But the grains is maíz.
So here, I'll say maíz.
Yeah,
Maíz. English is more simple. It's just
Corn.
There are people that do say maize. Yeah.
Really?
maybe from like Latin descent.
Yeah, probably. They mix it. Spanglish. When you're like mixing Spanish and English, Spanglish.
Yeah, that's what we talk all the time.
We don't understand each other, we speak in Spanglish.
Yeah. I think the most different way is that you use elote. Like people that has not a lot of like contact with South America will not understand elote. We don't use that word at all.
Well, it's because in Mexico we use a lot of corn in general for our food. We have the elote, you can buy it in a car.
So good. Elote is so good.
In the north they say elote en vaso, or in the south they say esquite. There's like the cheese corn, the corn that is in a cup, and you eat it like this with mayo and that kind of things. Because Mexico is really big and we have a lot of difference and we mix everything. He was like, yes, I know
Elote
that
is
one.
so good. In English, it's wallet.
In Italian is portafoglio.
In French, it's porte-monnaie. or portefeuille.
In Portuguese, it's carteira.
And in Spanish from Mexico, you can say billetera o cartera.
In Spanish from Spain, you say billetera or cartera, but usually cartera is more common. Yeah, I think like the line is in France.
Portfolio is not the big one.
Porte means carrying, and monnaie is the coins, and feuille is for the bills, like paper. So
But we don't really use it. I think only like grandmas use it now.
true.
In Spanish for the coins, it's monedero.
I don't use that word ever.
English, it's hot dog.
In Italian is hot dog.
in French, it's hot dog.
So in Portuguese, we have a few ways of saying it. We can just say hot dog, or cachorro quente, or dogão.
Hotchi doggy is so cute. One hotchi doggy, please. And it's Mexico, it's dogos. And they say like hot dogs, but we say in Mexico, we say hot dog.
In Spain, we say perrito caliente. That is the translation. You can say like perrito caliente. Usually people will use like hot dog more or less like young people, but old people I think perrito caliente. Yeah, we use it.
Yeah, cachorro quente is also the direct translation.
But in like thinking menus and like shops, you say like hot dog, but perrito caliente will not be like wrong to say they will not look at you weird.
Give me a hot puppy.
Yeah.
I guess this is a word we would all understand.
Hot dogs are American, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's like the same word everywhere else. Yeah. So in English, it's ticket.
In Italian is biglietto.
In French, we would use ticket, but we can also say billet.
Okay, so in Portuguese, there's a few again. But we can say ticket, ingresso, bilhete. That's what I remember right now.
In Mexico, we also use ticket.
In Spain, it's ticket, but with Q. But also billete and also recibo. I think we have more vocabulary than English, so that's why.
They do have receipt in English too.
Oh yeah, it's
Recibo.
true.
Receive.
In English, it's tire.
In Italian is gomma.
In French, it's pneu.
Try to remember.
That word, I was like, what is a tire?
So there's two things that we would say. In Portuguese, we either say roda or pneu, depends on what you're talking about.
In Spanish of Mexico, sería neumático.
Yeah, in Spanish from Spain, we also say neumático, but it's written with P at the beginning. So it makes it like pneumático.
Now that I think of it, we have more version. It's not only like gomma, rota, pneumatico. We actually have 3.
We just got tired.
Actually, pneumatico is, in French we say pneu, which is the beginning of pneumatic.
Yeah, it's the same. Pneumatico.
Okay, in English, it's garbage can.
In Italian is cestino della spazzatura.
What?
The whole tent is to say garbage can.
It's literally can is cestino and garbage is spazzatura.
Will you use it every day?
No, we just like usually we say just cestino or immondizia or usually say we also like spazzatura, but spazzatura would be like garbage. Like it's not like the literal translation for it. So
In French we say poubelle.
I knew that. A la poubelle. Yeah.
In Portuguese again, we have a few different ways. We would say lata de lixo to talk about the actual thing, but we also have lixão when it's like the big ones on the street, you know?
In Spanish and in Mexico, we say bote de basura.
In Spanish from Spain, we say cubo de basura. But basura is garbage.
Basura is garbage, is the same thing. Bote de basura.
Cubo de basura. I say cubo. Cubo.
Yo digo bote.
Bote for us is like a small container. When cubo is like bigger container.
in Italian, garbage is spazzatura.
In French, garbage would be like poubelle, détritus, immondice. I think we can say that, but I'm not sure.
In Portuguese, we say lixo.
In Spanish from Mexico, we say basura.
In Spanish from Spain, we say basura. It's a horrible word to make us repeat. It's very ugly word.
So in English, it's sweets.
So in Italian, it will be dolci.
In French, we will say friandise, but a more common word is bonbon.
In Portuguese, I guess for a very general term would be doces, but we could say more specific like bonbon or bala is one other one.
In Spanish and Mexico, we say dulces to the general things.
In Spain, we say dulces and in general, but usually like the sweets, like the gummy, you say like chuche. And I think that's something you don't have, right?
Chucherías for me, it's everything like fat thing.
Oh,
Or,
really?
like, chucherías also can be like you buy a lot of chucherías that are like things that you don't going to use, but you just buy it because they are cute.
In Portuguese, doces include even cakes and includes anything that's sweet.
We have douceur, but it's more like an old way of saying.
Like it's the same also in Italian. When you say like dolci, it means like anything like chocolate cakes, anything that is sweet. If you want to like say something more like candies, is caramelle. And if you want to say only like for like real desserts like cakes and all the pastries and stuff, it would be dessert. So yeah, there are many ways of saying this.
So in English, it's line.
In Italian is riga.
In French, it's linea.
In Portuguese, it's linha.
And in Spanish and Mexico, we say línea.
In Spanish and Spain, we say línea.
Actually, in Italian can be also linea, which is the more similar.
Make more sense.
Yeah, but also riga is fine. Like
I've never heard that.
If you're just talking about the line, it's one word, but if we're talking about a line of people,
It's different.
it's a different word.
yeah.
So in English, it's just weird.
It's just weird.
In Italian is strano.
In French, I think the one that will be closest would be bizarre.
So in Portuguese, we could say estranho, bizarro.
In Spanish of Mexico, is extraño or raro.
Spanish from Spain is raro, but you can also say extraño, but you also can say bizarro.
I think we have like something that's more similar to strange, would be étrange. We can use it in similar meaning as weird, but in English would be strange.
Oh, true.
Because English also has bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
Too many words.
Even though in Spanish, it's un weirdo.
Oh,
Because it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
weird
exactly,
people.
yeah.
It's un weirdo.
I think weird is like a mix of estranho and bizarro in Portuguese. I think that's what it is.
Depending on the context, you are going to use different words.
In English, it's weak.
In Italian is debole.
In French, it's faible.
In Portuguese, it's fraco.
In Spanish and Mexico, we say débil.
In Spanish, in Spain, we say débil, but in Catalan, it's feble.
Catalan again.
Yeah.
Débil.
Débil.
Sounds like devil.
I was also thinking about that.
was like,
It was interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of words, like similar words actually, except for you.
Yeah. English does its own thing, and then everyone else is kind of similar. The Latin.
At the same time, it's really hard also to pick only one word to describe something, because I think we all have words we are more comfortable with or that we use every day.
Yeah, or like a phrase. So we can say like, oh, this word in this phrase is
Yeah.
this meaning.
It really depends on context.
Today we compared the word from 6 different countries.
If you like the video, please like, subscribe and comment down below.
We'll see you next time.
Bye!